We're out of here. Oh my god, it's the car. Stop it!
Bro, what the That's a setup.
The Bell Explorers, a YouTube channel known for delving into creepy and supernatural topics, enjoy embarking on solo camping adventures in some seriously haunted and remote locations. On May 24th, 2025, they headed back for a third time to one of the UK's most legendary haunted locations, Pluckley's Screaming Woods. Their previous visits there were wild enough that they just had to return.
Yeah. Right guys, we've found a nice place to set up. It's nice and open, as you can see. We might ask a few questions, see if we can get any spirits to take any kind of... I mean, we're not massive believers in this.
No.
But we are here to find out. And we've had a few experiences in the past, but we want to see something. You know, we want to see something, so...
Yeah.
Let's do it. Look at those birds.
They are noisy.
If there's any spirits present, can you make yourself known? What was that, Joe?
That wasn't an animal.
That
wasn't an animal. Didn't
big, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounded big.
They found a calm spot to set up for the night and kicked off the investigation, not fully convinced anything would happen. But as they started trying to make contact with any spirits around, a loud bang rang out through the woods. Was it just an animal or something more?
That was big.
If it does it again, we'll have a look.
Come from, I think, that direction somewhere.
I think so, yeah. Sounded deep in there.
Whoa. If there's any spirits present, please make that noise again.
What was that?
That was dirty. That was over here.
Yeah, it was definitely over there.
We're out of here. I ain't having that. Did you hear that? Whoa! Oh my god! That just fell out of my hand. Oh my god. That was some crazy.
That was interesting, that.
I've never had that before.
No.
That was absolutely crazy. And when I turned the camera off, there was like as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Bang.
The atmosphere gets more intense, with louder bangs and more rustling. And then, cutting through the quiet, a terrifying scream from a woman rings out across the woods. That's all they needed to hear. They quickly grab their stuff and take off, making it out safely, but clearly shaken. So what was it they heard that night? Is a ghost still hanging around? Or is something else hiding in the dark? The Men's Life duo, known for filming their adventures as a couple in haunted forests, had an experience that will undoubtedly stay with them.
We'll go lights out for a bit. I think we should try an EVP session. We'll just stay quiet. I'm gonna put it down, and we'll kind of stay quiet a bit. I swear I got her talking over there. Did you hear that?
I heard that too. Wait, what? I couldn't hear it from over here.
What?
What did it say?
Listen to this.
Here, wait.
Listen to this. It says out. It says out. I just had a weird nightmare.
What happened? What happened?
You feel electricity? What's that? You feel electricity?
Mm-mm. What was your dream?
Oh, I feel like I can't breathe.
Okay.
I think so.
As the couple settled in for the night, the man set up a device designed to capture sounds made by spirits in the forest. After a short while, the device recorded a voice saying, "out," followed by an unclear sound. They decided it was time to get some rest, but chose to leave the device running and their cameras on. Later in the night, the man began to struggle with his breathing and felt as though he couldn't move his head. He briefly woke up to tell his wife, then went back to sleep. Early the next morning, they packed up and left. Even after waking, the man said his face and muscles felt strange, almost as if a spirit had taken control of his body. CJ Faison, a thrill seeker known for diving headfirst into creepy adventures, is back at it again. This time with his buddies Dylan and Chris. What kicked off as a laid-back camping trip quickly took a dark turn. It's February 4th, 2024, and CJ is leading the crew deep into the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, a forest with a serious reputation for being haunted. This place is packed with creepy legends and weird happenings, especially once the sun goes down. Most people wouldn't dream of being there after dark, but of course, that's exactly when they decide to go in.
We had some people that told us, oh, CJ, the Pine Barrens, it like kind of reminds me of the Pocomoke Forest, you gotta come up here. This is not like the Pocomoke at all. This has its own level of creepiness.
Feeling a bit on edge, they head back to their campsite and try to lighten the mood by swapping ghost stories around the fire. But just as they're starting to relax, things get weird again. A car starts creeping past their sight, slowly, and not just once, but over and over.
Is that what you saw earlier?
I don't think that was the brake lights I saw earlier. I really don't.
Could it have something to do with that quiet, eerie figure they spotted in the woods? With their suspicions growing, they jump into their car and decide to follow the strange vehicle.
The reason I want to go to the bridge is just clear it, make sure they either left, or if they haven't left, just scope it out, you know what I mean?
Bro, what? That's a setup. That is a setup right there.
Go?
I don't know, just go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight.
Suddenly, a chilling scream rings out from deep within the forest. Was this all just an elaborate prank, or was something far more sinister going on? Shaken, they lose track of the strange car and decide to head back to camp, hoping to catch some sleep. But sleep isn't in the cards tonight. Later on, CJ is lying in his tent, spirit talker in hand, trying to reach out to whatever might be lurking in the darkness. But the device stays completely silent.
Oh!
Guys, are you up?
Out of nowhere, something hits CJ's tent hard. His heart pounding, he checks on Dylan and Chris, only to find them still fast asleep. Feeling unsettled, he lies back down, trying to brush it off. But then, another heavy thud shakes the tent. The sound grows louder and closer. Someone or something is definitely out there. Wanting answers, CJ wakes up Dylan and Chris. The three of them step out into the darkness, flashlights slicing through the trees as they search for whatever's lurking nearby.
No.
A balloon drifts silently in the air, written on it, "Welcome back." CJ's blood runs cold. That balloon definitely wasn't there before. Panic kicks in as he bolts back to Dylan and Chris. A chilling realization hits them. Someone has been watching. Someone wanted them there. One thing was clear now. It was time to get out.
Just go over there. I don't want to be out here anymore. I'm ready to just leave. I want to sleep in my car somewhere on the side of the road. I'm good. I'm out of here.
Without a second thought, they grabbed their gear and got out of there, leaving behind the campsite, the eerie balloon, and whoever or whatever had been stalking them through the night. Franco TV is a US-based YouTube channel that delves into the unknown, documenting chilling experiences in some of the most deserted and haunted locations. Franco, the creator, is no stranger to paranormal encounters, but this night was different. On January 15th, 2025, while exploring a secluded area near an old ominous monastery, he captured something that shook him to the core.
Oh, what is that? There's something right over there. It's literally right over there. Oh, it moved. It moved. Go back. Holy shit, it just moved. I'm gonna use my psionics. It just went right behind the bush. Right behind the bush. Oh, that I got chills. It's literally right in there. Yeah, we're here. It's literally right over there. It's literally right over there. It's literally right over there. Hello. That was by far the creepiest I've ever seen.
While driving through the pitch-black night, Franco notices something stirring in the bushes just off the road. As he zooms in with his camera, he sees what looks like a woman sitting motionless in the undergrowth. There's no one else around, just her. Alarmed, Franco starts recording, but when the figure makes the slightest movement, a surge of fear hits him. Something about it feels off, almost like a trap. Was she trying to lure someone out of their car? Was someone hiding nearby, waiting to strike? Not wanting to take any chances, Franco quickly drives away, his heart pounding. He gets away safely, but the encounter leaves him deeply shaken. The unsettling video comes from the TikTok account Grandma's Boy Official, a channel typically known for lighthearted and funny content showcasing the close bond between a grandson and his grandmother. On May 5th, 2023, while working at a job site near a secluded wooded area, the creator encounters something far more disturbing. Strange, blood-curdling screams start echoing from deep in the forest, somewhere no one was supposed to be. Gripped by curiosity and concern, he starts recording and heads into the woods to find out what's going on.
And there's these woods. Oh, looks shady enough. Wow, it's so pretty. It looks like a movie. Wait a second. What's that? There's another one.
Pulled in by the disturbing sounds, he makes his way toward the forest, curiosity and concern driving him deeper into the unknown. No one should be out here, and yet the screams are impossible to ignore.
What's up, bro? You good? You good, bro? Hey, no, don't get up, man. You ain't gotta get up. You ain't gotta get up. You ain't gotta get up.
What's the problem?
Nothing, man. I'm just working right here. I was coming to this, bro.
We're neighbors, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're good,
Okay,
bro.
I gotta treat you like my neighbor.
Yeah, you're good, bro. I just was coming to
My
take a
name's
picture.
Eugene Odell.
Adam, man. Adam K.O.
Okay, good.
Can't shake hands?
Yeah, I love to shake hands
Okay.
with people I know.
Well, I just introduced myself, bro.
Yeah.
You're good, bro. You can chill out here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bible tells us really care about the word of the Lord.
Yeah.
And I can't judge you. Right?
Yeah, please don't. I wouldn't dare judge you. Hell.
No, you don't have to ask me, please. That's a statement with me. I don't judge people.
Right.
You see, that's where we're different. We're okay. I'll tell you what. I'm 48 years old, and I'm sure I've been around longer than you.
Okay.
But I know you got work to do.
I do. I gotta go back over there. But you're good.
Yeah.
As long as I know you're here, you're good.
They don't have no bathroom over there for you?
Hell no, bro.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you're
no.
really roughing it, huh?
Yeah, it's like the old days, bro. You too, hell. You're rubbing it worse than I am,
I
hell.
think you'll do a much better job than I would at what you're doing.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man.
At what you're doing, you'll do a much better job than
Hey,
me.
hey, are you supposed to be back here? Do they care? I don't. Listen to me. I don't
You're
care.
doing a good job. Just keep on working.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Nobody ever did this for me when I was good enough and smart enough to have a job. Nobody cheered me on like this. But I was smart enough to keep on working and not be in somebody else's business.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. In other words, right, I was a good somebody.
Right.
Do you understand that?
That makes
That's
sense.
why I introduced myself to you.
Me too, bro. That's why I came back here to say,
I
make
kept
sure you
my
do.
head down, I kept my mouth shut, and I knew when they gave a stupid person like me that didn't have an education a job, I just kept on working at what they gave me.
For sure, bro.
Now, I didn't have all the answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what they were going to tell me next, and they didn't tell me too much next.
Yeah.
But even though I had impairments, disabled already, but didn't try to collect any money from it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I just kept my head down because I thought I was raised to try to be a productive worker.
Yeah.
Right? So I see you got this. You
What
walking around.
Yeah. I was just making sure.
I was raised. No, you didn't hear me.
Bro, I gotta
was
go back to
raised
bro,
to
but
be
check this out. Look, you're yelling at me, bro, and I gotta go back to work. I ain't been nothing but nice.
Go back to
Okay,
work.
cuz you can get that's what it is, though, bro. You can, bro. I came out here being nice, bro.
I didn't want you to come out here.
Well, bro, I'm sorry. Bro, I didn't know this was your house. I didn't see your mailbox.
Believe you are who you are.
Okay, bro, believe what you have a great one, bro. Oh, my granny, let me get out of here before I catch the charge. Crazy mother.
He eventually stumbles upon a blue tent tucked away among the trees, clearly occupied. Trying to stay calm, he introduces himself and attempts to figure out what's going on. At first, the man inside seems relatively normal, but that changes fast. Without warning, the stranger becomes agitated, raising his voice and acting increasingly aggressive. Sensing how unstable the situation is, the creator makes the smart decision to slowly back away and leave the woods before things spiral out of control. Fortunately, it never turns physical. This video is from Dee's Dark Adventures, a YouTube channel that takes viewers deep into the world of the paranormal. It's May 15th, 2025, and the footage shows her exploring a remote wooded area that might be haunted or linked to cryptid sightings. During this nighttime investigation, she goes through a series of increasingly creepy events with what she thinks could be a non-human being.
Dude. Please. I don't know if I can get it. Oh my God, dude. Hi. I'm not here to hurt you, and I don't think you're here to hurt me. How tall are you? Oh my God. Hello, my name's Dee.
As Dee sweeps her flashlight through the darkness, she catches sight of a shadowy figure, still black and towering. two glowing eyes lock onto hers, unmoving. She calls out, but the figure only tilts its head slightly in response. Whatever it is, it's clearly too large to be a typical animal, and its strange, unnatural form makes the encounter even more unsettling.
Guys, something's just on the door. Hold on a minute. Something's just touching my car. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna scare it away with the dang balloons while I'm on babe. Stop! Don't touch my car. Wait a minute. I knew it was gonna do this. Give it enough time. Off. Dude, off. Stop. In the name of Jesus Christ, stop touching my car. Yeah, lock the doors. Okay, I'm going.
As Dee attempts to drive away, the situation becomes even more intense. Something begins to make contact with her car. It's no longer off in the woods. Whatever it is, it's now right next to her vehicle, uncomfortably close.
Listen. I said, Jesus Christ, it stopped. In the name of Jesus, you can't hurt me in my car. Oh my God, it stopped the car. Stop it! It won't let go! My God, let the go! No!
Dee hears subtle movement in the grass, followed by more sounds of something touching her car. Then, something unbelievable happens. The rear of her vehicle seems to lift off the ground slightly. Overwhelmed with fear and on the verge of tears, she slams the gas pedal and drives off as fast as she can. Thankfully, she escapes the area without injury. This unsettling footage comes from Leo Halford. On May 24th, 2025, two people trek about a mile from their car into what seems like an ordinary stretch of forest. But things start to feel off fast. The path vanishes, strange sounds echo from all around, and that creeping, undeniable feeling hits them, like they're not alone out there.
We need to go. What was that? What was that? I don't know where to go. No, we have like one bar left. We need to just wait here. Wait here until for just a bit.
Do you wait it out until day?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what the hell that was. He was.
What the f? No.
What?
No, what the f is that?
Where's it gone?
What the f?
No! We need to go now!
No. What the fuck?
Where do we go? Left or right?
I don't know, man. Left.
No! Go left. Stay behind me, Stu. I've got the light. There's a gate. Yo, there's a gate. Oh.
As they try to find a way out, the tension suddenly snaps, and a low, aggressive growl starts up. It sounds unnatural. Then they spot him. A strange man, barely visible through the brush, suddenly starts chasing them. There's no time to process. They take off running. Luckily, they escape and manage to upload the footage. But this one sticks with you. What if they hadn't been fast enough? And what was that man doing out there, alone, deep in the forest? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. While staying at his farm in the southern US, this man hears something unusual coming from the forest behind his property. Feeling both curious and slightly unnerved, he decides to start recording. At first, he assumes it's likely just a fox or another animal, but then he hears it, a scream, long and drawn out, eerily resembling a woman's voice. It didn't sound natural at all, more like something attempting to imitate a human. The sound was far too powerful to be from a fox. It seemed to come from something much larger. Locals later mentioned it resembled the cries associated with a legendary creature known as a crawler. In the end, no one could identify exactly what it was. Lucas Brundle, a cyclist known for sharing videos from his rides, stumbled upon something completely out of the ordinary in this clip, a site that appeared to be used for a satanic ritual, a sharp departure from his usual content.
I think around here is a good place to actually set up camp.
Here?
Yeah, because it's flat and it's pretty good because actually right now, oh man, we're at the top of a hill.
Yeah, I just want to shower and shit you get me into.
Yeah, but we have s'mores with us. We have graham cracker and we have chocolate.
Yeah.
Campfire. Yeah. That's after you let us some sardines, young man. And we could find some dry firewood. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah. Wonder what your parents must think of you doing all this. Dude, all right. I am not camping anymore. Dude, all right, dude. I know I said what they say, tan. That's a joke. I'm not serious, man. Dude, I don't want to camp. I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing. We can.
Dude.
This doesn't have to like. We can camp fine. There's nothing out here to get you. Look,
Yeah, then what is that noise, huh?
just take a look. It's
Dude, you need to calm your. No, this is my last night.
How about I take it down a notch?
Dude.
And we enjoy the night, you know?
Yeah, enjoy the night with.
You know what? Hey. Oh.
Dude, Lucas. All right, yo, chill. You're joking, right? You're joking.
No, just chill. Just take it down a notch. There's nothing out here like to get you.
You're a man.
After spending the day cycling and swimming in the sea, Lucas and his friend decided to wrap things up by camping in a nearby forest. Once they found a good spot, they wandered around and unexpectedly came across a strange satanic symbol laid out in a square in the middle of the woods. Lucas's friend was immediately frightened and wanted to leave, but Lucas tried to calm him down. However, the sound of a snapping twig in the distance only heightened the fear. When another crack echoed through the forest, it was too much. They both panicked and fled the area. This unsettling video comes from Omar Gosh Vlogs, the popular channel run by Omar, known for combining personal vlogs, paranormal investigations, travel adventures, and a touch of wholesome, family-friendly content. On March 16, 2025, for his 43rd birthday, Omar's partner Shelly gave him a surprise he'd always wanted: a stay in a remote, off-grid treehouse hidden deep in Florida's Ocala woods. What started as a dream getaway quickly took a more unnerving turn. They arrived late at night, driving through empty dirt roads and along a strange, mushroom-lined trail. As the thick forest closed in around them and strange noises filled the air, the peaceful vibe they'd expected shifted into something far more tense and uneasy.
I hear you. Oh. What is it?
Do you see anything?
I don't know. Maybe it's a bear.
I hope it's not a bear. I'll be running up those stairs. What the hell?
It's getting closer.
I know.
Oh my God. What the hell? Hello? Oh my God! It's getting closer and closer, whatever it is. It's like I hear it, but I don't see it.
As they made their way up to the treehouse for the night, the silence of the woods was suddenly broken by loud rustling and movement coming from the nearby bushes. They stopped in their tracks, scanning the darkness, unsure of what might be hiding out there. The noises grew louder, too close and too intense to brush off, yet whatever was making them remained unseen.
It's a lot closer now.
God, that is so freaking creepy.
You got a flashlight?
I have my phone.
Shine your phone over there.
Oh, God.
It's getting closer and closer.
I know, but what is it?
I don't know. Hello?
Oh, God, babe. What if it's a bear?
Then we
Run like hell?
get up there in our treehouse.
I hear stuff all around us. This is so creepy. Oh, my God.
It's like right there.
I know. What is it? Oh, my God. This is so scary.
What is it?
Babe, you're gonna
Is that it right there?
Huh? You're gonna fall in the fire if you like get scared.
It's right there. But I don't see it. I hear it, but I don't see it.
I'm trying to shine my light.
It's like, it's right there.
I know, it's... Oh my God, it's freaking annoying.
Maybe it's like a raccoon or something.
Raccoon or like a possum?
Maybe a possum?
I mean, it's gotta be something low to the ground or we'd see something, right?
I mean, I don't even see the leaves moving around or anything around it. Oh, I see it. I see it. I just saw something. Look, he's right there.
Can you see his face?
I
or
think.
Do you just see the...
Maybe I'm just imagining things.
And...
It's the best birthday surprise ever. Came with some thrills.
We literally have sounds all around us.
Full moon tonight. No clickbait. Look. There's the moon right there. It's like right in front of us. Those noises are coming right there.
There's nothing there.
Let's go look for it.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah. Let's do the typical white people stuff. Here.
Stupid white people stuff?
Yeah.
We don't have a car that doesn't start. Goodness sake, Giannis.
Hello. Show your cute little self.
Oh, it stopped.
Where are you?
Totally stopped right now. Are you sure that's a dog?
Yeah. It's barking.
Do wolves bark?
No, they howl.
They howl.
So, what do you think was out there watching them? Could it have just been a dog or some wild animal? Or were they being followed by something or someone with darker intentions? Maybe even something paranormal? This video comes from Harbor Explore, a channel all about diving into abandoned spots, strange places, and off-the-grid adventures. It's June 15th, 2025, and the crew heads out on a hike deep into Bindari National Park in Australia to track down an old remote campsite about 5 kilometers into the bush, one that's rumored to be connected to a mysterious death from over 10 years ago. Locals say the site belonged to a man who often camped and hiked solo, until his body was found nearby back in 2009. As the team makes their way through the wilderness, they come across weird animal tracks, leftover hiking gear, and an overall feeling that something's not quite right. To top it off, rumors are floating around about a hidden cult living somewhere further down along the creek.
All right, here we are. It's a bit weird, eh? It's like a kid's bag there.
Eventually, they find what they've been looking for. The abandoned tent. It's weathered, falling apart, and hidden deep in the dense brush. According to local stories, this is the very spot connected to the man whose torso was allegedly discovered downstream years ago.
What is it?
Date of manufacture, 2000, 28th of the 3rd, 2007.
Yeah, right. Bloody hell.
What size are they? Yes, keep marks here.
As they explore the site, it feels like stepping into a time capsule. Everything from the gear to the setup appears untouched, as if frozen in time. The condition of the campsite lines up eerily well with the timeline from the old reports. Then, suddenly, without any warning, a loud horn blares nearby, shattering the silence.
Yeah, it's creepy in here, eh? I don't know, it's just got a weird feeling. I don't know, you probably would have heard on the video just saying there was like a horn noise. It was only, sounded man-made, and it was only 100 metres or so away, so.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's a batch number or if that's
You could tell
0805, which, if that's 05, that puts it in the date range, eh?
The atmosphere changes. That uneasy, instinctive feeling starts to creep in, like maybe those old stories about the campsite weren't just local legend after all. As they keep exploring, they stumble across more signs that seem to match the tale, prompting them to make their way down to the creek to see if they can uncover anything more.
And canyon is rope? Canyon is rope or a noose? Alright, we're back up. Alright, what the old man's tent. Pretty much just trailed out about 4 or 5 k's again back to the car, so let's go.
By the creek, they spot a rope, something that might have been used for something much more sinister. Whether it's directly tied to the story or just an eerie coincidence, it definitely adds to the unsettling vibe of the whole trip. On their way back to the car, they pass the tent one last time, thinking about everything they've seen. The thought that this rundown tent could have belonged to someone who disappeared under disturbing circumstances and that it's been left untouched since 2009 is enough to give anyone chills. This video comes from Saucy Seth, a YouTuber known for documenting his van life experiences, off-grid camping, and paranormal investigations. On October 2nd, 2024, Seth heads out to spend the night near Tower 12, a coastal watchtower located within Cape Henlopen State Park and rumored to be haunted. After researching the site's dark history, he returns under the cover of night, bringing only his dog, Stella, for company. With heavy rain pouring down, the sky completely black, and an eerie silence surrounding them. The sense of unease quickly builds as Seth gets ready to begin his investigation.
It's like 9:30 right now, and it's pitch black outside. I'm gonna be so freaking honest with you guys. Like, I'm scared right now. It's like just now hitting me that I'm the only person out here. Like, I'm in this parking lot, this sketchy parking lot. There's like 2 lights, and I'm the only person in this parking lot. I don't know if I'm just like, if my brain is playing tricks on me, but I feel like I can hear everything outside right now. You know, just thinking about the stories and all the experiences out here. Like, I don't know if they're real or not, or, you know, but hopefully I can just get in there, walk around, check it out, and then leave. I'm going to be watching Stella, making sure she's good, but we're going to do it because I said I was going to do it. I'm here. Yeah. Let's go. Stella, you ready?
Parked and preparing to explore, Seth can already tell something feels off. Every creak from the trees and every whisper of the wind feels sharp and distinct. It's that unsettling kind of quiet that feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for something to happen.
I don't know if you guys can tell. It's raining right now. Guys, my heart is beating so fast right now. We're going down the trail. I don't know. I don't really have a flashlight. Okay, the watchtower is up here. I'm gonna show you guys Stella so you can see her, how she's reacting right now. But the watchtower is over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's raining right now, and this is the I'm not gonna lie, like, I definitely feel like a very dark energy around here. Hell nah, bro. The energy around this just does not feel right. Alright, guys. I gotta get out of here. What was that? Shh. I've run. So, go.
So, was there truly something out there? Or was it his mind playing tricks on him, fueled by the tower's sinister reputation and the night's unsettling atmosphere? Mandog Wild is a YouTube channel that blends outdoor adventure, camping, survival skills, and the occasional encounter with the eerie unknown. On the night of October 6, 2024, the creator is camping solo high in the mountains. He pitches his tent on rough, uneven terrain, surrounded by untouched nature, ready to embrace the solitude and show that you don't need fancy gear to enjoy the outdoors. But as night falls, something shifts. The peaceful isolation begins to take on a darker, more unsettling tone.
My plan is to mount the Edam just slightly over the gas stove, lay it on top of the bread, boom, fine. Trouble is, I haven't got a knife, so yeah, I need to get a knife, but I do have a fork It's got some butter on the fork. I suppose it's not a bad thing. It's nearly melted because it's nice and spreadable. Nice and spreadable now. Now let me think how we're going to do this. Right, let's see. I think I'm just going to have to tear off some chunks. Like so. Pop it on a fork and then just toast it over the fire. So this is what it's all about. Camping on a budget. Cheap stove, cheap cook set, cheap roll mat, cheap tent, and obviously my blanket quilt is a military surplus Dutch Army poncho liner. Excellent. That's all you need for out here. If you need it at all. It just goes to show, you know, I think sometimes we lose the vision, you know, what it's all about. Sometimes we think we need the best gear. We need it. I can't go camping without the best gear. Well, you can, and we lose sight of it. Sometimes, you know, the most simple, basic gear, that is all you need.
As he enjoys a simple cheese sandwich and finishes setting up his budget-friendly gear, he settles in, hoping for a quiet, relaxing night atop the mountain. But there's something off about the stillness. It feels too quiet. It soon becomes clear he might not be as alone up there as he thought.
Got the poncho liner as the pillow. For now, if it happens to get a little chilly, I say chilly, it'd be like 25 degrees, but yeah, chilly. I'll sometimes just throw it over myself. So yeah, bedtime. I'll see you guys in the morning. I don't even want to know what that is. So now, I've woken up. There was something outside my tent. I could see it in the trees. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a fox. Foxes have those pointy ears. I think it may have been a dog. But there gotta be dogs in the mountains. Don't know. And then, literally, like 30 seconds ago, I heard a loud screech, like a strange noise, like a scream, like screech. It wasn't. It was like an animal. I have no idea what animal it would have been. Yeah, he's turning into a long one. Maybe it was a bird. An owl? Proper screech. Another hot day cometh. Let's get down before it gets too hot.
It's the stuff of every camper's nightmare, being jolted awake by the sound of something creeping around your tent in the middle of the night, far from any help. In that moment, one chilling question comes to mind. What was it? Was it just an animal? Some mysterious creature roaming the mountains? Or worse, was it a person? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. EKE Acres is a YouTube channel that focuses on off-grid living, wilderness exploration, and reviewing outdoor gear. On October 1st, 2024, he set out to test a new camouflage hammock by camping overnight in a remote part of his property. The area was isolated, surrounded by steep ravines, dense forest, and untouched wilderness. Fully prepared with a high-quality sleeping bag, night vision binoculars, several flashlights, and bear spray, he was ready for a night in bear country. But as the night went on, things became increasingly unsettling. He heard strange, unidentifiable cracking noises, saw large branches falling, and noticed constant movement in the trees overhead, creating a tense and eerie atmosphere.
And of course, I got my trail cam. I moved it up here into the back of the woods where I am, and it's aimed right here at the hammock. So that way, if anything comes sniffing around the hammock in the night, any critters walk under the hammock or around the hammock, or anything come into camp tonight, I will get that also on my trail cam.
Okay, you guys, I'm making my way up to the hammock. And when I was down at the house on the back deck, I heard all kinds of big sticks breaking up in here, and I mean big ones.
As he begins the walk back to his campsite for the night, he's fully prepared. He even sets up a trail camera to catch anything that might come near while he sleeps. But on his way back to the hammock, unsettling sounds start echoing through the forest, and he records the entire walk as the tension builds.
The hammock's up here a ways. Yeah, you can see where there was a big tree that fell down in there. And that's what I got to be careful about. And there's the trail cam. It's got a spider web on it already. And that is aimed over there at the trail cam. And boy, these woods are spooky up here, you guys. And down there is a big gully. I got to watch where I walk. Just two eyes just staring at me. Look at that. There's something up there making all kinds of noise, you guys. These woods are... What are those eyes? See, it's turning its head. See, the eyes are moving. Let's grab these night vision goggles and see what's back there looking at.
When he gets back to his campsite in the thick of the woods, something in the distance catches his eye. Two glowing eyes faintly shining in the beam of his flashlight. He can't quite see what's watching him, but it's clearly focused on him. Then, almost right after spotting it, the sound of large branches snapping cuts through the darkness.
And I don't like the way this thing's looking at me. What the hell is that thing? It's really studying me. I'm trying to get a look at it. So I have no idea. I'm gonna get inside before that porcupine comes back because I really don't feel like getting any needles in my ass. Okay guys, I'm inside the hammock. And this thing isn't stable at all. I just had this thing roll completely over on its side, and I'm just being honest because I'm continuing the review on this thing and I wanted to test this thing out to be fair about it, and I got a little too far off to the right side and this whole thing just rolled sideways, and I had to grab on to the zippered door and pull myself back up to straight.
Despite the unsettling experience, he tries to carry on with the night and shakes it off. Climbing into his hammock, he hopes to settle down, but things quickly go wrong. The hammock tips awkwardly, trapping him inside. He eventually manages to wriggle free and get it sorted out, but the mood has already taken a serious turn for the worse.
I don't know, you guys. I don't think I'm going to get any sleep in these woods. I may have to get back to the house. I thought I could sleep out here all night long, but I'll never get any sleep with stuff cracking and breaking all night long and stuff falling out of the trees. It's literally like something is ripping the limbs off of the trees here. I kid you not. If anyone watching this video knows what the hell that is, please tell me, because it doesn't stop. It's constant. Just constant.
That's why our woods have so many limbs laying all over the place. Something is breaking the limbs off the trees. I think I'm going to step back outside. That's kind of strange. That's really strange. Look at that up there on that tree. Do you guys see that? You see that sticking out of the tree? There's a piece of metal sticking out of that tree and it's got a label on it. How in the hell did that get way up there? That's like 13 feet from the ground. Look at that. That's way up there. See, you hear that? Look, stuff falling out of the trees. You guys, these are just maples and oaks. There's no nuts. They're not acorns. These things sound like they're the size of apples. And there's limbs falling out of the trees. That's why we got all these limbs laying all over the place. And it's not just you guys. This stuff goes on all night long. And look at the limbs and the debris. Look at this one that fell right next. This wasn't here earlier. When I set this up, I was standing back here with the tripod, and look, this fell and stabbed into the ground. That's why it's dangerous being in these woods. If that came straight down from high above.
What exactly had been lurking in the woods, watching him? It didn't seem human. Could it have been an animal, something else entirely, or maybe even something paranormal? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thankfully, he made it out safe and unharmed. But between the snapping branches, the glowing eyes, and the falling limbs that could have seriously hurt him while he was in that hammock, it was a night he wouldn't soon forget. Meet Lomar, the daring creator behind the Paranormal Discovery Channel. He ventures into some of the most haunted locations and explores chilling urban legends, bringing viewers along on eerie solo journeys through dark forests and abandoned places. His videos focus on raw, unscripted encounters with the unknown. One of his most intense investigations takes place in Dagger Woods, a forest infamous for its unsettling history. For this solo wild camping trip, Lomar is joined only by his dog, Kia, as they brave a place long shrouded in fear due to its strange events and disturbing legends.
The more we come here, the more I actually feel like this is Wendigo territory. I'm almost certain that there is some sort of Wendigo here. If not like a Sasquatch or a certain cryptid. If I'm being real with you guys, this is one of the most scariest and most disturbing spots I've ever been to.
Residents have described hearing unsettling howls and screams, sparking rumors that the man's spirit still lingers there, possibly changed or taken over by a sinister force lurking in the forest.
By his family, by anybody. And they say people have actually, since the day, it's really weird, but if you look into the story, they hear like this howl, this cry, this screech, and I think we've actually heard this man before.
One tale speaks of a man who killed his wife with a pearl-handled dagger before vanishing into the forest, never to be seen again. Locals claim his spirit continues to haunt the woods, with some believing he was overtaken by a dark force and transformed into a creature resembling a Wendigo or skinwalker.
Can't get over the feeling already, dude. Like it's bad. It's one of those spots, if you are a very spiritual person, if you can like read into the emotions that the spot has, you could really feel a lot.
Despite the forest's grim history and his own sense of unease, Lomar sets up camp, determined to spend the night. From the very beginning, the atmosphere feels oppressive. Anyone attuned to energy or spiritual presence would immediately sense the overwhelmingly negative vibes surrounding the area.
The issue with is gathering firewood. It's probably damp and too far long gone and waterlogged at this point to create any sort of fire. Life here. There's a story of a man his wife with a pearl dagger.
The replies he gets are weird and all over the place, talking about pirates, old times, and creepy warnings like, watch out for the woman.
Pirates? There were pirates here?
Even before sunset, he starts using a spirit communication device, and it immediately begins spitting out unsettling words like torment and resentment.
It just got so real. Oh, the proximity. So I'm actually gonna place this spirit, I'm gonna place the spirit bell down here, kind of towards. That's weird, man. That device. Just have to go up to it. Somebody down there?
Lomar sets up his shelter and gathers dry firewood to prepare for the night. But things take a strange turn when unsettling howls begin echoing through the forest. He starts documenting everything he hears and sees. While using a spirit box, bizarre and creepy words come through. Mentions of pirates, ancient times, and warnings like "beware of woman," hinting at multiple spirits and a deeper, hidden history in the area. To detect any nearby presence, he hangs a spirit bell in the woods. Shortly after, a loud, aggressive animal sound cuts through the silence, followed by movement in the shadows. More strange noises follow, whistling, rustling, and distant howls, as Lomar keeps asking questions using his gear. The spirit box eventually mentions names like Cody and Hookman, adding even more mystery. Off in the distance, another chilling howl rises.
There's a weird howling coming from over here. Hello? Cody has a message.
As Lomar ventures deeper into the forest using night vision, he hears low growls and spots what looks like a tall, shadowy figure standing among the trees. The tension ramps up when loud, aggressive barking suddenly erupts nearby, startling both him and his dog.
What the f, bro? Is that? What the f? Key, you okay? You okay? You okay? Watching and waiting. I can't even make that up right now.
The spirit box starts producing chilling words like lurking, watching, and waiting, heightening the feeling that something isn't right. As Lomar pieces everything together, a troubling theory begins to form in his mind.
And ran into here? Like, what if that spiritual being that they said took over his body, like, what if that spiritual being was waiting for him to run off into here somehow, and right when that guy died, that being just pounced on his soul and like trapped him into, like, you know what I mean? Like stuff.
Things get even creepier when Lomar looks back at the night vision photos he took earlier. In one of them, he spots a strange humanoid shape with a round head, either floating or somehow standing unusually high off the ground near his campsite. In the next photo, it's gone. The possibility that he might have actually caught something unexplainable on camera leaves him seriously shaken.
And I hear this weird animal sound on the battery here, so I'm gonna take this. I'm not gonna go too far, but I'm gonna go down here. Okay, I'm coming down.
The atmosphere grows even more tense and oppressive as he calls out to whatever presence might be out there.
Can you mimic that?
Suddenly, he's hit with a sharp stabbing pain in his chest and feels as if an invisible force has physically shoved him backward.
I think something spiritual just attacked my chest. Oh. No.
There was no one around, no visible cause for it. Whatever it was, it couldn't be seen, but it felt undeniably real.
What is that? What is that? Is that blood? No way. I was tearing over there. Did I just tear blood? I just teared blood. We gotta go right now. We gotta go right now. Ugh. I don't know where that came from. It's gonna be another one of those nights I'm gonna throw everything in the back. Where did this come from, though?
As the initial shock wore off, something even more disturbing happened. Blood mixed with tears started streaming from Lomar's eyes. This wasn't a minor injury. It felt like his body was reacting to something beyond explanation, something otherworldly. Fear quickly turned into full-blown panic. Realizing he couldn't stay any longer, Lomar frantically packed up his gear, abandoned the investigation, and rushed back to the safety of his vehicle.
That is incredible. What the? I had that once before, so whoever's with me knows my name. But I never introduced myself tonight.
Just when Lomar thought the ordeal was over, the spirit box gave one last, chilling message. His name, spoken clearly, followed by a haunting invitation, return. What made it even more disturbing was that Lomar had never said his name out loud at any point during the investigation. It's October 12th, 2024, and Dan finds himself deep in a remote, heavily forested area, a location already known for bizarre sounds, an eerie atmosphere, and persistent rumors of cult activity.
I might wait and come back here later tonight. I'm wondering if it's just people who haven't cleared out yet, you know what I mean? Like, just campers, whatnot, who haven't, like, cleared out or anything. But I'm not sure. There's somebody who just pulled up by my car. Okay, we're good. We're good. So somebody just pulled up by my car, and it looked really weird. 'Cause I was down there, and I just see this car pull up and throw its hazards on, and then like the door opens like very quietly. So it's like, that's kind of weird that they're pulling up by my car. I don't know if I'm kind of on edge right now because I just heard people, you know, like I said, I hear people talking. Heard people talking down that path, and getting that response like you were in danger from spirit talker, like I said, like I told you guys, that kind of put me on edge as well. Try and sleep for a little bit. Yeah, probably try and sleep for a little bit, then get back out.
While Dan cautiously makes his way along a dark trail in the woods, already feeling uneasy, a car slowly pulls up next to his parked vehicle. Someone steps out, seems to stare directly at his car, then silently gets back in and drives off. No words, no clear reason, just an eerie, unexplained encounter in the middle of the night. Shaken, the investigator decides it's best to head back and try to gather himself inside the relative safety of his vehicle.
Kind of works, because I want to capture myself and the environment around me. I mean, the hanging lantern in the car is kind of a giveaway, but I mean, if people see a car here anyways, they will probably automatically be suspicious, so I mean, whatever. Alright, I am going to attempt to sleep for a few hours, and then when it gets nice and even later, we'll hit some trails and figure out what's going on. So good night, guys. Who was that? Who was that? And I opened my eyes. I just saw somebody dip off in all black. Somebody just ran from the front. Like, I don't know where they went. It's just forest over there. Yeah, I'm not getting out of the car. It seems like a bad idea. I didn't have my doors locked, dude. I forgot to lock my doors. That's even sketchier. Whoops. Dude, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Alright, yeah, I am going to get out of here because somebody is obviously walking around looking in my car at night, and that's not a good sign for me just being out here by myself. Because that was definitely a person, and they obviously also have no interest in talking to me if they run off. Now this is not good. I am leaving.
As he tries to sleep in the back of his car, a sudden blinding light bursts through the window, shining straight into his face and waking him up in a panic. Dazed, he spots a figure dressed all in black sprinting into the woods, completely off trail, silent and fast. This clearly isn't a casual night hiker, it's someone who didn't want to be seen. That's when he realizes his car doors are unlocked, and the situation instantly feels a lot more threatening than just eerie. Not taking any chances, he quickly starts the car and gets out of there. Thankfully, he makes it out safely. On October 15th, 2018, Kevin was filming an investigation at one of North Carolina's most legendary haunted spots, the Devil's Tramping Ground. This strange, barren circle where nothing ever grows is wrapped in dark folklore, with locals claiming it's where the devil paces at night, scorching the earth with his presence.
Or had to get out here in a hurry.
While Kevin was filming his intro, everything appeared calm, just another routine investigation in the woods. But when he reviewed the footage later, he noticed something eerie, a faint, shadowy figure briefly flickering behind him. It wasn't visible at the time, but the camera clearly picked it up. What do you think it could be? Share your thoughts in the comments. Cursed Urban is a YouTube channel that dives into the paranormal, featuring spooky camping trips, mysterious encounters, and eerie investigations. On June 16th, 2025, the channel's creator, Dan, revisits a notoriously haunted place known as Skinwalker Forest, a location surrounded by legends and known for its long history of strange and unexplainable activity. From creepy sounds to alleged creature sightings, it's become a favorite spot for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Dan hasn't been back since the previous summer, when something, still unexplained, threw a stick at him from somewhere deep in the woods.
If you're wondering why I'm whistling, it's because skinwalkers are attracted to whistling. I am lonely. Do you live here? Do you live in this forest? Right back there. Right back there.
That was definitely somebody screaming.
As daylight disappears and the forest slips into darkness, distant birdsong still lingers, but there's an unsettling silence just beneath it. That's when Dan suddenly hears a sharp, chilling scream echo through the trees, startling him and sending a jolt of fear through the quiet night.
Who was that I just heard? Oh, conjured, dude. Oh, right when we hear that scream, we get the response, conjured. Can you tell me who that was? Dude, that sets me on edge. That was definitely a scream, though. Without a doubt, that was a scream coming from back there. What's that? Nothing. Dude, I swear, I swear I just saw a white figure. Something, it just said something too. I swear I just saw a white figure back there. Like, just like something dressed in white, or I don't know, like your typical ghost. You know what I mean? Like how ghosts are portrayed.
Dan instinctively turns toward the source of the scream, and that's when he catches a glimpse of something. Just for a moment, he sees a pale, ghostly figure standing off to the side of the trail, but when he looks back, it's vanished without a trace.
And supposedly somebody did pass away here too. And Spirit Talker, water babies. I don't know what that means, but that's creepy. And Spirit Talker has referenced some here before in one of the other videos. I think actually more than once. Doppelganger. Elizabeth. Over. What's the problem if I stay here? Shadowy realms. Husband. Alright, we're nearly back at the other end of the trail. Like I said, guys, this is a really 1940s short trail. It just, like, this empty building, it's just this area of the forest is like super active. Usually tonight has pretty much been game influences the atmosphere. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. Yeah, this is one of the most chill, peace times I've ever been here. Usually it's pretty crazy, but don't get me wrong, I'm certainly not complaining about that. Nearby. What's nearby? What's nearby? He just doesn't want to respond anymore. Which, yeah, the end of the trail is like right here. Alright, I'm gonna end necrometer.
Dan turns to his spirit box in hopes of getting some clarity, and what he hears is deeply unsettling. As he continues farther off the trail, the atmosphere shifts. The forest, once filled with the usual sounds of wildlife, suddenly goes completely silent. No birds, no insects, just a heavy, unnatural stillness. Between the terrifying scream, the fleeting glimpse of a figure, and the eerie spirit box replies, one thing is certain. Dan wasn't alone out there. Something was in that forest with him, and whatever it was remains a mystery. It's November 5th, 2023, and Gaz and his friend are wild camping on a remote, misty hill deep in the wilderness. As night falls and the temperature drops, they try to make the most of the evening, heating up frozen curry, sharing laughs, and munching on wine gums and cheese. But the peaceful mood soon starts to shift. Strange noises begin to echo around them. First, something that sounds like a pig squealing, followed by knocking sounds coming from the darkness. Determined not to let fear take hold, they decide to investigate. But the fog is thick, the forest is dense, and they can barely see a thing. The further they go, the more lost and unsettled they begin to feel.
Ooh, it's looking eerie up here now, isn't it? Check it out. You alright in there, dude? There's some weird noises going on up here already. We just heard like a squeal, didn't we?
Pig squeal.
Like a pig squeal. And then we just heard something like, I don't know, it sounded like knocking on a door, didn't it?
Like flapping.
Yeah, it might have been flapping. Could be grouse. But yeah, definitely some noises going on up here tonight. So we'll have to go on a bit of a venture out, won't we, and see what we can find. Yeah. Come on, let's get your jacket on, mate. Getting a bit nippy now, isn't it, kid? Eh? Oh, yeah. You have to lick me nose. There we go. Mwah. There you go, you'll warm up a bit now, won't you, kid? Oh, you know what this is, don't you, mate? Eh? Oh, bit of jerky for you. A little bit of jerky, don't you? Eh? Good girl. It's rock hard. I'm gonna have to put it between my to warm it up. Oh yeah, hear rustling, can you? You've just had yours, mate. Did you bring big bottle with you? Big gas bottle?
Yeah.
From Caravan? You can always tell who professional is, can't you, by the size of his pot? Curtis is in his purple disco machine. I'm wearing the Grizz proof. We're gonna have to make that a saying, aren't we? You know, when people say, "Oh, that tent, mate, finite proof." We're gonna have to make a saying, aren't we? Ah, but is it Grizz proof?
As they finish setting up camp and the mist begins to roll in, Gaz adds an extra coat around little Fendi to keep him warm. But even with the cheerful mood, there's a subtle tension in the air. Strange, distant sounds begin to drift through the fog, soft but unsettling. They catch something unusual, almost like far-off animal cries, but choose to ignore it, not wanting to spoil the moment.
Can't really see a great deal. You can see probably about 10 metres in front of us. That's about it. Expecting to see some maybe some night runners up here later on. I don't know, in this weather. There was a family that come up here earlier that we passed, and they had a toddler with them. Toddler must have been about 3-year-old, something like that. Snot dribbling down her face, freezing. Poor lass. You could see why people get lost, you know, in places like this when the mist comes in. What are you doing, mate? Where are you? I can hear you. I can't see you. Fendi? Fendi? Oh, she's over there by Curtis. That's what I mean by how dangerous it can be up here. He's only probably 50 yards away, and if he didn't have a torch on, I wouldn't be able to see him at all. There she is, look. What do you think to my new hat, eh?
What new hat?
TK Maxx. Levi's. Speaking of TK Maxx, I went to the one in my local town, Halifax, and there were a load of Bridgedale socks in there for $5.99. So I swiped the lot. So you best go check in your TK Maxx and see if there's any Bridgedale socks, because they're pretty decent. Like, I've been walking in them and not had any blisters or out like that. They had some thicker ones, which I've got on now, and they had some thinner ones.
After a brief walk to check things out, they don't see or hear anything else. But that doesn't mean the tension's gone. The mist keeps rolling in, wrapping the hill in a cold, damp blanket. The silence grows heavier, and there's something about the fog, the isolation, and those earlier sounds that stir a deep sense of unease. Squeals and knocking from the trees aren't exactly comforting noises, especially when you're camped on a hill rumored to be haunted. This video comes from Justin Chase, a creator known for his unscripted adventure vlogs filled with humor, self-deprecating wit, and a genuine curiosity for the unknown. On June 5th, 2025, Justin lets ChatGPT pick a random destination within an hour of Johnson City, Tennessee. Without checking the location, he follows the AI's coordinates into a remote, heavily wooded area near Embryville and Unicoi County, likely within the Cherokee National Forest. What begins as a lighthearted challenge quickly takes a serious turn.
To make a run for it. You only live once, ladies and gentlemen. It's now or never. And we're going to be losing daylight in probably 40 minutes to an hour, so it is quite literally now or never. It's currently 7:52, so I'm going to go ahead and set a turnaround time, because as we have learned on this channel, it's very important to have turnaround times. Ladies and gentlemen, officially welcome to Snake Den Mountain. I'm currently at 5,182 feet. That's it. When you're this deep in the mountains. So my turnaround for today is going to be 8:20 no matter what. If we do not get to whatever this point is before 8:20, then oh well, I'm not risking my freaking life today. So it turns out you don't actually have to cross the creek. They just got a bridge here that goes across the creek. So I got my shoe wet for absolutely no reason. Still apparently haven't learned my lesson about these boat shoes. These are certainly not for mountain hiking. Okay, this is like 5 minutes later after that last clip. Turns out that there is a trail. And this is like a real backwoods trail. This is certainly not a popular trail. So I am assuming that this is supposed to lead me to whatever this location is. I'm having some like real PTSD from my trip to Snake Den Mountain. Okay, you know what? I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm just going to focus on getting there. So I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, when/if I get to this location or not.
As Justin heads up the trail, he's forced to navigate a slick, steep path that quickly challenges his confidence. Clearly rattled, Justin begins to wonder if letting AI choose this adventure was the right call.
Okay. This is, unfortunately, this was supposed to be a lighthearted video. I don't know what I said last, but I got probably halfway there and heard some kind of growl. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a bear, but it certainly sounded, I think it was probably a mountain lion or something. I think that I'm pretty much done with being like an idiot on this channel and being totally reckless for really no reason. I really don't know what else to say at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to resolve this video, but that's also not really what I should be worrying about at the moment. I'm just going to focus on getting out of here at the moment. I survived it. I think I'm actually done with like going back into the woods by myself. Like I would love to provide you with an answer as to like what the greater theme or point of this video was supposed to be, but to be honest, I don't really know what it is anymore. I'm gonna drive back to somewhere where I have cell reception in just a second so I can ask. what that was or what that was supposed to be, but I really feel like the answer that I'm going to get is not going to be one that I appreciate. I really don't think there's anything up there. I mean, it seemed like it was just some random trail. Anyway.
Fortunately, Justin makes it out safely, unharmed by whatever was lurking in those dense Appalachian woods. This chilling footage comes from Nicholas Paparo, a YouTuber known for his fishing adventures in remote, untamed locations. On June 13th, 2025, Nicholas was deep in the forest, casting lines along a secluded river. Focused on testing lures and chasing big catches, he had no idea his quiet solo outing was about to take a disturbing turn.
Lola, come here. How's it going?
As Nicholas enjoys a quiet moment fishing, the gentle sounds of the stream and chirping birds set a calm scene. But then, out of the corner of his eye, he spots something unsettling. Two men just a short distance upstream. One of them is staring straight at him through the bushes, wearing a blank, almost unnatural expression that instantly sets off alarm bells.
Come here. Come here. Woohoo! Alright, those dudes are just standing there staring at me. Sketchy! I don't know if they wanted something or what, but they were peeping me out from down the river, and then they came closer and closer, and then they were just tending to look at the trees, and then they kept staring at me. Usually people like say something or whatever, but just standing there staring, like especially peeking past the trees halfway down the river and then getting closer and closer and then standing next to me and just staring at me. Yikes.
Nicholas tries to speak to them, but they remain silent, slowly inching closer, eyes locked on him. One even seems to drift off, staring blankly into the trees. Something about it all feels wrong. Trusting his instincts, Nicholas quietly packs up and moves to a new fishing spot, far from the unsettling encounter. So what do you think? Just a pair of odd wanderers, or something more sinister? The Indonesian YouTube channel Ama Manu is run by a solo adventurer named Mama, a man known for exploring some of the country's most remote and haunted forests. On May 16, 2025, he arrived at the edge of a forest long associated with eerie stories and whispered legends. As daylight faded, he hiked deep into the woods to find a spot to camp. He set up his tent and settled in for the night. As night fully settled in, the mood shifted. The warmth of the fire felt far away now, and a heavy silence slowly crept in from the dark woods. It was the kind of quiet that makes your neck hair stand up, too still to feel normal. He tried to brush it off. He'd camped alone plenty of times before, but this night felt different. Thankfully, he'd set up a few cameras around his campsite, a habit he'd picked up just in case something unusual ever happened. And this time, it did. At first, it could have been mistaken for an animal, a shape-shifting just beyond the glow of the fire. But what Mama's camera captured that night was unlike anything he'd ever come across in all his years of exploring the wilderness. He didn't notice it at the time, only discovering it later when he reviewed the footage, and it left him deeply unsettled. Worse still, long after he'd zipped himself into the tent and fallen asleep, something or someone began moving just outside. The camera kept recording, picking up faint noises, strange movements, and shifting shadows while Mama slept. Oblivious at the time, he was shocked when he watched the footage the next morning. What he thought was a calm night in the woods had become something far more disturbing. So the question is, was it just the wind, an animal, a trick of the imagination, or had Mama encountered something truly beyond explanation? On June 5th, 2024, Franco headed out for yet another creepy adventure. It was a warm summer night, perfect for some nighttime exploring. What he didn't expect, though, was that this would turn into one of the most unsettling nights of his life. His destination was a cemetery in Florida, said to be one of the most haunted in the region. Over the years, Franco had heard all kinds of spooky stories, ghost sightings, shadowy figures, and restless spirits wandering the grounds. But the threats weren't just supernatural. The cemetery also had a reputation for squatters, grave robbers, and occasional criminal activity. Going there alone after dark was definitely risky, but for Franco, that kind of danger made it all the more thrilling.
Oh, I saw a light back there. See it? Kind of blinking. There it is, you see it? Somebody has a light on in the dark. I'm gonna turn off my light. You guys get a better feel for how far out everything is. Oh, there it is again. It's right in the center there. Oh, there it is. Alright, there is a light. I can see that in my kind of normal eye spectrum as well.
Off in the distance, a flickering light appeared, almost like a flashlight weaving through the trees, heading toward the cemetery from the woods. Franco stopped and watched carefully. It was unsettling, but it didn't seem like a direct threat, so he decided to keep going with his investigation. That's when things started to get even weirder.
Walking for a little bit now, I'm now getting close to the mausoleum, which is right in front of me. Now, while I was walking, I did see another flashlight or some sort of light come from the mausoleum here. But I'm a good almost 40 feet away from it. I want to see if I can see it again. Wait. Right around there. Towards the entrance. This isn't even the mausoleum where I saw the pale person. That's further up there. This is just right here next to me. Look. See it? I just saw another flashlight. It's like reflecting off the wall. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my IRs. I'm hearing something inside. But I'm not seeing anything.
Suddenly, a second beam of light appeared, this one shining directly at a wall. There was no one visible holding it. As if that wasn't eerie enough, loud groaning sounds started coming from inside the mausoleum. Franco began to wonder, was someone inside? Maybe a homeless person seeking shelter? He wasn't sure, but he reminded himself that approaching people in such situations can be risky and unpredictable.
Listen. It sounds like talking. Down there is the area that I just finished walking from. You see the light from the building? That's the building it just came from. Jesus Christ. I'm not seeing the light anymore. Now I'm just hearing something. Again, I have not used any flashlight. Oh, this is infrared. No night vision. And yes, if you guys are wondering, I am armed. I just heard a noise. Right over here. The last time I came in here was completely quiet. It sounds like somebody's struggling to breathe. I just got it again. Let's see what it is. I just switched to my other night vision because you guys get a better view. But I'm not getting anything. For a split second, I could have sworn I was going to run into something. I'm not being as cautious as I usually am. I'm just going to see if I can record and see whatever I can get. I keep hearing what sounds like footsteps on the outside or something.
Franco cautiously moved toward where the noise had come from, but when he got there, it was empty. The noises had been so clear, so real. How could there be no one there? It was deeply unsettling. Still, despite the rising tension, Franco decided to keep going. He wasn't ready to call it quits just yet.
The mausoleum is right up through here. It's behind this tree. Line area. What the hell is that? I think I got somebody on camera. There's somebody up there. Or is that a tomb? I don't know what the hell that is. I think I just heard a whistle. It's moving. That could be where I was seeing the light coming from in the beginning. It's crouching. That thing is tall. That is really tall. And they're wearing like a gown or something. Or a hood. And they responded to my whistle. I thought that was a freaking tombstone or something.
As Franco got closer to the mausoleum, his heart sank. There was a figure hunched over a grave. It looked like it was wearing a long white robe. Trying to gauge what he was dealing with, Franco gave a sharp whistle, hoping to get some kind of response. To his surprise, the figure whistled back. It wasn't trying to hide, and somehow that made the situation even more unsettling.
It could be a homeless person. Let me turn off the IR. This is literally what I see. You could barely see it. Holy shit, it's tall. What are you doing? They're literally responding to my whistle. I don't even know what they're doing. It looks like they're going back into the forest. They're definitely making their way into the woods. I almost can't even see them anymore. They just whistled. Oh, that is creepy. I can't even see them anymore. I literally lost visual. They just started walking deeper towards the road. The thing is, the mausoleum that I'm trying to get to is right over here in the corner.
The figure started to move, slowly making its way toward the mausoleum, the very spot Franco had been aiming to explore. He decided to follow, staying back and keeping quiet, careful not to draw any attention to himself.
Oh my god. My foot just fell in a hole. Oh, it smells weird. Burnt. Oh, that's weird. I just got a weird... It still smells like it. It smells like burning. Like a campfire burn. Oh, God. That smell's getting stronger.
Step by step, Franco crept closer, his breathing growing heavier with each move, the tension thick in the air. Then, just as he stepped out from the cover of a nearby structure, that same eerie whistling rang out once more, cutting through the silence.
can't tell where it's coming from. I think it's coming from over here. Listen. I'm not gonna whistle back. I am definitely not gonna whistle back. Out right now. It's definitely coming from this way.
The whistling grew louder, echoing through the graveyard and sending shivers down Franco's spine. He slowly scanned the darkness with his camera, trying to figure out where the sound was coming from, and then he spotted something.
Sad. Oh.
A figure in white with completely black eyes was staring straight at him. It felt like it could see him, even in the total darkness. Franco's heart was racing. Without thinking twice, he turned and ran, switching on his flashlight as he scrambled to get out of the cemetery and back to safety.
Damn, I can't see. I can't go over there. What was that? I am literally ready to just leave. That scared the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that thing to move. For a minute when I was looking at it, it looked like it didn't look real. It looked like a mannequin head. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, whatever you guys think that was. I don't currently feel safe going back in towards the mausoleum. But what I want to do is that I feel safer being in my truck. I want to go back towards my truck, towards the front of the neighborhood, or the cemetery, pick up my truck from the parking lot, drive it back in here, and I'm going to just drive.
Sitting in his car, Franco tried to collect himself and make sense of what had just happened. Maybe it wasn't anything supernatural. Maybe it was just a statue or some kind of prank someone had set up. To be sure, he turned on his headlights and aimed them at the spot. What he saw next left him completely stunned.
Lock the doors in case somebody tries to walk into my truck. Alright, it's right over here. This is how dark it is over there. Look at this. Turn on my light. Let me get my flashlight. I'm literally steering the car right now while I'm driving. It was right up there. It's gone. Oh, that makes me nervous. I'm out of here. Nope. That fucker's around here.
The figure had vanished. Franco sat there, frozen in disbelief as it hit him. He hadn't been alone. Something or someone had definitely been watching him. Wasting no time, he started the car and drove away, leaving the haunted cemetery in the rearview mirror. He got out safely, but the experience still haunts him. Gel Builder, an Australian camper, had quite an unusual encounter while camping in a nearby forest. After pitching his tent and getting some food ready, he began to settle in for the evening.
From my last stealth camping video, oh, why don't you do what Steve Wallace did? Camp in the middle of a roundabout. You know, that is actually a very dangerous thing to do. Just think about it for a moment. Your stealth camp has set up a little place to sleep the night in the middle of the roundabout. and you get some crazy hoon, some car, some truck, for God knows what reason, it accidentally just goes right through that roundabout. Guess who he's going to clean up? Not just the bushes, he's going to clean up whoever is stealth camping inside that roundabout. Not really the wisest thing to do. However, there are a load of other places to do some stealth camping. Logan City, it's amazing. There's so many places where you can actually just lay your head and no one will know that you are there. Yeah, let's see what places I can find. There'll be some interesting places. There'll be some little bit more tame places. This where I am is a little bit more tame, but as soon as this light goes out, it's pitch black here and it's actually going to be really, really peaceful. Compared to where I stealth camped last week, man, you could hear cars, you could hear the traffic. And compared to when I stealth camped at Esk on my Brisbane Valley Rail Trail, oh gosh, I camped under a bridge. Don't ever sleep under a bridge if you can help it. Honestly, you won't get any sleep. Look at this, flame's almost out. That means it's almost bedtime. Still some heat coming out from this, eh? This is fantastic. So we're gonna hit the hay, hopefully have a good night's rest. Once again, I'll just show you my setup. I have here a ultralight wide sea inflatable mattress, sleeping bag, stinky socks. Actually, they're not stinky, they're pretty good. Trekology pillow. Once again, this is great. I'll do a separate video on this and the new chair and a few other things coming up very soon. Tonight, just in this environment, I've opted to leave my shoes inside rather than outside. The reason being is this area is actually, there's a lot of spiders crawling around. Last thing I want to do is wake up to having a nice big bush spider that's in there that could be poisonous. I've had my fair share of spiders and getting a poisonous bite from them and having an anaphylactic reaction. Yeah, I'm just keeping them inside for tonight. Someone commented the other week, hey, you're practicing to be homeless. I said, practice makes perfect. It's all about that hashtag hobo lifestyle. Look, I'm just having a joke. Homelessness is a very real issue all over the world. Here in Logan City, homelessness is also a big problem. And there are people legitimately, due to current financial crises and rental shortages, they are doing it tough. And so I really do feel for them. And I don't mean to make light of their circumstance or their situations, but they're trying to do the best that they can do. And you know what? They find a part of Logan City and they set up a tent, they set up some little shelter, and they make the best that they can do. In any instance, also, it's just good to get out and just experience what it's like just to be out in the bush for a night or two, you know, just do a couple of manly things. Anywho, that's it. Let's hit the hay and have a good night's rest. Catch you in the morning.
Good, buddy?
Here's Johnny.
Seriously, what are you doing here again? You're gone.
Oh my god.
Wakey, wakey. POV.
Seriously.
Oh, God. Ooh. Did someone get a bit scared with those rocks getting thrown?
I did hear that.
How'd you get here?
So I get challenged by a guy again, and check out who it is. It's my crazy son again. He came here right in the middle of the night.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, all right.
Oh, you got scared?
Yeah, I kind of thought, what the heck? It's like 11:30 at night.
You think your stealth camping days have been over?
Mate, I got no idea how you found me. This is cool.
In the middle of the night, someone with a camera came up to Jel's tent and began behaving oddly and suspiciously around the campsite. When Jel stepped out to investigate, he discovered it was actually his son trying to spook him, and it nearly worked. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.